Hello everybody and welcome back to Automation, the car company tycoon game, and of course beamng.drive as well. Today's video is kind of an impulse, I guess. I saw this body and I was like, oh my god, I need to build a fast ute. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna be building a ute, kind of like the Holden Commodore, I guess. If you know what those things are, see them a lot in Australia. Um, so we're basically going to be building one of those things, but then all crazy, 900 horsepower type stuff. So we're going to go with aluminum because we want it to be slightly light, and then glued aluminum chassis material, actually, monocoque chassis. I mean, what else did you expect? Front longitudinal engine, and then we're actually going to go for double wishbone and multi-link in the rear, and we'll put a quality into that. Then we're just going to create ourselves a new engine right here. And this is going to be a 60-degree V12. Yes, we want a lot of horsepower, and I want this to be naturally aspirated. So this can probably go up a bit, maybe not that much. I think this should be about right. And, oh, look at that. That's a perfect 6.5. That's beautiful. Okay, we're definitely going to keep it at that then. So a 6.5 liter it is. We'll go dual overhead cab 5 valve, because we might as well. And we'll go maybe just pure LSI engine. I like that. I can vibe with that. Okay. So probably gonna want to go for all the best here, because even though it's gonna experience some high stress probably. And yeah, so we'll see. We'll probably need to put this up to like 100 if we even, because this thing, I can tell you guys already, it's gonna rev really high. That's hopefully gonna make it sound real nice as well. So we'll VVT all cams, because naturally aspirated, so we will put VVT. And as for the RPM limit, let's put that at like 10,400 for now. That sounds good to me. It would be really nice if we can make the horsepower at exactly 10,000 RPM. Max the peak horsepower at exactly 10,000 RPM. Actually, I want to put some quality into that, maybe. That would be nice. So we're probably just going to go for injection, direct injection per cylinder. Hell yeah. Race, intake manifold, and then we can probably increase the size of that by quite a bit. Maybe. I'm not sure, actually. We could. So not super. We will run it on premium. And I'll actually turn the fuel map down a little bit. And we'll make the ignition timing a bit more advanced as well. And we'll put some quality into that too. Then as for this part over here, we're going to go tubular long headers. Maybe just increase that by 25, so put it at like 75. Dual exhausts for sure. These things are going to need to be huge. Three-way cat. And then baffled mufflers. Seems pretty good to me. So we need to increase the size of this pretty drastically. There we go, and the engine's dying due to valve float. Well, that's something we're gonna need to deal with, right? So we need to go to our top end over here, and honestly, what if we just increase both of these to 100? That seems to have done it for us. Okay, and I reckon, can we go for a bit of a higher compression? Yes, we can. We can go like 11.5 to 1 compression. I like that compression. Bottom end is dying. What if we just pump a little bit of quality into this? There we go. That's a bit better. I like that for sure. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. I think it's almost 900. It'd be cool if I could make it exactly 900. That would definitely be nice. However, for right now, I'm pretty happy with this, so we're gonna stick with that. And now let's move on. We're gonna do all the designing later. I'll do that in a time lapse in a second. So it's gonna be rear-wheel drive actually. All-wheel drive is a bit too expensive. We want to keep a realistic cost to this thing. We're gonna go dual clutch 8-speed. Ooh, we are going expensive with that. Okay. 402 estimated top speed. That's pretty nice. Put it at 400 right there. And then the spacing, maybe we can even put that up to 55. I reckon that's fine. We will go electric LSD. because it's a 2020 vehicle. Yeah. So we're gonna go a radial and then sports compound. I think that was kind of obvious, right? We're gonna want to increase the size of these fenders a little bit. There we go. Let's just move them out slightly, just like so. 255s in the rear. Now, because of how much horsepower this thing has, we're gonna go for even more. We'll go for the maximum there, and then we'll. That's actually a bit wide. What do we want there? Thinking. We'll move them out a little bit, because that does look good. And we'll make those the maximum as well, and we'll see if it oversteers or not. Go for some alloy rims, actually. Do quality on that. Vented this 6 pistons, because automation's definitely going to cry about brake fade. And then we'll probably just, yeah, automation's definitely going to cry about brake fade. 360s, and I would like this actually a bit bigger, so let's go here. And we might as well increase those to 19s, that's looking fine. Let's go 390s. Nah, 400s is a bit too big. So we'll go 390s. Okay, I guess. Flow optimized. Yeah, flow optimized. We'll get cooling flaps as well. I don't really know why we would need that, but cool. Turn that down a little bit just to decrease our drag slightly, and then that as well. I think we can afford that quality there. No rear seats. Ja.
You have to do it. Okay, want anders tast het glazuur van de wc aan. Sorry. Very important notice. Bye.
Anyways, so no convertible, of course. How are you gonna fit a whole bench back there? We're just gonna make this a 2-seater, to be honest. And we'll actually go for a sport interior. I like that, and standard infotainment, and then +1 qualities, just so we can save some weight on that. Electric variable power steering sounds nice to me. We want that launch control too. There we go, pretty good. And to save some money, we'll go standard 10s safety. I mean, it's acceptable. It's still 2020. It's not 2022 or 3. That's fine. So then, as for the suspension, we'll probably go standard, and we will go adaptive and semi-active there. And then that's looking pretty good in terms of understeer oversteer. I like that. Gonna wanna probably give like a sport tune there. That also makes our roll angle a bit better. I like that. And you know, honestly, I think we're basically good here. I like that a lot. We can now just go ahead and design this thing. that you guys enjoyed watching that time lapse. Here it is. I'll do a quick go around of this thing so you can take a good look at it from all angles, and then I'll go over some of the details. So there we are. Let's start off with the front, and then so we'll look at a few of the details of the car, then look at a few of the stats, and then of course we'll import this into beamng. So basically at the front we have this this grill right up over here, which is split in two, and then this 3 grill setup, which also doubles as a front splitter, right there, and the number plate, which is low res for some reason now not anymore, I don't know, weird. And then of course we also have the headlights. It's a matte dark green, and it's kind of simplistic, but I do like it that way. I tried very hard to make a hood scoop fit on here, but I felt like it was either change out this grill for something else or put on a hood scoop, so then I decided for this grill because I really like it there. Of course we got the mirrors, so we got the wheels, pretty large ones, blacked out, but not, these aren't pure black, these are a dark gray. Rims, red brake calipers, of course. You got a side intake vent as well. There we go. Got a side intake vent right over here. Of course, no interior, sadly. I might start doing that sometime, but not for now. We got a bed cover, and then of course a bunch of nuts to hold that in place here. Then in the rear, we got this design with the lights. Of course, we have a light bar across the back. It's a 2020 vehicle. And this light bar actually is in the same style as this grill right up front here. And then we just got a bit of a kind of lip thing at the back here. And of course the elephant in the room is this gigantic wing, which honestly I quite like it. And I don't think I said it, but the wheels are they're quite cambered as well. And we got a gigantic exhaust there. Let me know what you think, of course, down in the comments below. All constructive criticism is extremely welcome. I always like to improve my builds. So let's take a look at the lights. Really weird, one of my fixtures was gone. It's there now. Here we have the tail light, so you can see it stretches almost all the way across. Right here we got the gap here in the middle, which is the same as the one here up front. And these stretch all the way across through there as well. Then we also have the brake lights, of course, which are just above those, and this is what it looks like if they're on together. And then we also have the blinkers, as you can see over here. And then we can move right over to the front, and you can see that we have these blinkers up front as well. And then there's also some regular headlights. And this front splitter down here also doubles as a light bar, which I personally think is quite cool. Oh, and I totally forgot about the reverse lights up right here, which are in the same style as the headlights up front. Anyways, looking at the stats, you'll remember we didn't finish the engine completely, and I can't seem to find it. There we go. We are at 900.0 horsepower and 745 newton meters of torque, which is more than enough, and I'm really happy I got it to 900.0. Then for this car, we're selling 5800, which honestly is pretty good. Here you can see all the stats. The weight distribution is absolutely terrible, but oh well. It costs you less than 70 grand, which is something I'm pretty proud of, especially for the 900 horsepower, although the mileage is terrible, so yeah, let's not pay too much attention to that. Anyways, let's go ahead and import this into beamng. Here we are in beamng.drive, and here it is, and the export was quite successful. I quite like it here. The matteness exported kind of weird. It looks kind of plasticky now, and do you guys also see that? There seems to be something here. That's weird. Anyways, it sounds incredible as well. It absolutely screams. Listen if you can hear this. It's insane. So, let's just reverse out of here. And, also, did I already mention that this thing is an absolute drift machine? Um, I should probably just make this into a drift build, to be honest. Um, if you want me to make this into a drift build, then let me know down in the comments, and I'll definitely do that. But we have the ESC on now, because otherwise it's completely uncontrollable. But like honestly, it drives really nice. If you go full throttle, it'll oversteer a little bit. So yeah. And because its wheel spins an insane amount, like crazily, the ESC is always kicking in. Like you can see that. The second I start accelerating, the ESC kicks in. So, yeah, sometimes the ESC just randomly starts kicking in and you start feeling really slow, but that's fine, I suppose. So this thing is an absolute machine, and I just can't handle it even. Apart from that, though, I think I did a really good job. Giving myself compliments now. I quite like it, and it drives really well too, really fast. As you can see, I'll turn off the ESC in a second. Like this handling is with ESC on. Like that's how crazy that is. When does this neighborhood end? Oh, down there. Okay, so there we go. Let's go ESC off. And then you guys can see what I mean. So this thing can do burnouts really well. As you can see, it can do burnouts in third gear too. Look. There we go. It's in fourth gear and it's pulling a burnout. It'll stop in fifth gear, but that's fine. So basically, as you can see, it wheel spins through literally every single gear. And the acceleration is insanely fast. I tested it on the drag strip, and the oh dear, and it did the quarter mile in under 9 seconds. Well, it was an 8.98 at best. So it can under 9 quarter mile, which is pretty good. Hello everybody and welcome to the automation test track. Let's see how this goes. I reckon we're gonna be able to get a pretty good time with this thing. And now the ESC is just randomly slowing us down. Like I'm letting off the throttle and the ESC is just killing us. Okay, you can't say that wasn't sick though. That was really cool. Also, I'm happy with the brakes on this thing. I put gigantic brakes on because automation was like, your brakes are fading, and it still is, even though I have like 6-piston vented discs. Oh dude, the ESC, just see that? It's kicking in and I can't do anything about it. Even if I let off the throttle and then press the throttle again, it still doesn't stop. That is so annoying. And I'm not sure there's much I can do about that. Apart from probably just make the car handle better and make it wheel spin less. Anyways, as I did say, subscribe and hit the bell and let me know down below in the comments if you want to see me make a drift build out of this too. That'd be pretty cool. I'd enjoy that. Oh dear. We're fine, we're fine, we're fine. This was never going to be the best time anyways. So also, you can actually download this car through a link in the description. That link will bring you to my Discord server, where you can download this car as well as every other car I've ever made in automation on this channel. So that's pretty cool. Alright, so we are right here just approaching the final turn. And there we are. Oh, trying to go full throttle, but it's not working out so well. Come on, sub 230. Okay, that was kind of a full send. Yes, sub 230. Okay, so guys, we could have definitely gotten a bit better time with this. Please let me know if you guys know if there's a way to make the ESC not act up. There probably isn't, and it's probably just my fault for making the car wheel spin so bad. I usually don't do 2 races with cars, but I think today's a good day to change that up a little bit because, oh dear. The automation test track was kind of a flop, and so we are taking this thing onto the handling circuit because we all know how well this thing handles, don't we? Um, so also, if you think it looks really different, it's because it was actually updated. Um, okay, so we just did a casual 360, that's fine. So I've had to turn off the ESC because if I left the ESC on, it would just stop the vehicle completely at every single corner. And what is our transmission doing, dude? It's not even... It's like keeping us at 3000 RPM. Do you want to shift? Thanks. That's also nice. Oh dear, this thing handles so weirdly. This would be such a good drift car. Like, our automatic dual clutch transmission doesn't know when to shift down. This might be one of those cases where we should put too much horsepower in a car. Also because this one's actually quite small. So I did a lightest car build before, and I'm just now remembering that the lightest bodies were always the Utes because of the bed and stuff. And automation always said that they were really light. So this one's probably extremely light already, and I made it fully aluminum. So, let me know if you guys want me to do a video in which I improved this one, made a drift version, and then probably also an off-road version or something like that. However, for right now, thank you guys ever so much for watching, and I hope to see you again in the next one. Bye-bye.